Hey, everybody. Welcome back to KF&JF podcast, man. It's been I know all you guys are glad the holidays is over. You guys are back into the mix of things, and I know it's going to be a great year for all of our entrepreneurs out there, and I'm so happy for that. 2025 is going to be one of the things that I think the podcast is going to be able to grow and grow and grow. And I'm hoping for that. And I like to thank some of the people that's helping us to do that. Besides the Joy Beloved, that's out there every day helping us and sponsoring us. Also the United Minority Business Venture, they're out there sponsoring us, and the new, oh my God, Nutrition Addiction is out there. Also, one of our new sponsors that are coming out this year. So we're looking forward to working with them as well as the Beyond Legacy. That's been one of our champions in our fight to make sure that we can bring more of this content to you. I'm so happy. But today, I just got to tell you, we have someone on our show today that we're looking forward to having a great conversation with. And, besides, you guys already know how this show works, but I thank you. I really do thank you guys for sticking with us, staying with us, and allowing us to come into your home. But here we go. Enough for the finality. Let's get this show rolling. Here's Razak, the co-host.
Greetings. My name is Razak. I am the CEO and founder of United Minority Business Ventures. My purpose is to help small businesses grow. This means I will assist with the creative process and maintenance of your business. The method to achieve results is simply building a deeper relationship with your customers. I do this by forming opportunities to communicate and collaborate with your followers, subscribers, and other business owners. By using a wide range of networking tools, we will have an understanding for building your business profile, what type of social media marketing fits your productivity and your availability, and building your financial profile, branding your services, product, or merchandise. Together, we may also determine what type of license is needed to operate your business. And does your budget permit the ownership of your own domain or buying into pre-existing sites that host your page? I like to drive traffic by managing your website. This allows me to work with you to select posts that create subscriptions, comments, and likes. I also assist by generating comments on other individual business sites or a page that create a dialogue of conversation directed towards your page. I also assist with the creation of the content on your media site. This will be a collaboration of ideas which will reflect on your brand, your work ethics, and the community's need to know what you have to offer them to bring a better quality of comfort to their lives and lifestyle. I can also assist with the writing of content, directing your videos, the editing process, and publishing them on various sites for marketing purposes, advertising, and promotional value.
Well, you know what? Like I say all the time with you guys, I really want to take a minute to thank Razak for all the work that he's doing out there to support the small business, community. And it's just a great, asset to the KF&JF podcast. And we really do appreciate that. And we look forward to doing a lot of business in 2025. So let's say raise it up for that. But like I say, we have a host on our show that we just gonna go ahead on and let him introduce himself.
How you guys doing out there? My name is Anthony Bosscoast. I am the owner of bosscoast.com. It's a prison hot sauce that I made in prison. I got 3 different kinds of hot sauces. I got a prison hot sauce right here. That's the chili garlic oil. And I got a Baja Cali matcha. It's more the sweeter side of chili oil. It has mango, cranberry, and different kind of nuts in it. And then I also got the spicy Bosch jam. It's a strawberry jam that has a little kick to it. And I think the difference between all of our chili oils is that we use extra virgin olive oils compared to all the other chili oils out there.
Man, this dude is talking about prison uh oils and hot sauce. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get into this conversation if it's gonna be about some stuff that I know a lot of people had no idea that they were making in prison. But let's get right to this conversation, brother. I'd like to ask you this question. What's unique about you, man? What is something that people don't know that's unique, and how you carry about your business as well.
Well, for me, I'm very family orientated. I love hot sauce. I love making my own sauces, putting on sauces on it, all kinds of things, anything and everything. And I have a big family support system. And for you guys don't know that I did almost a decade in federal prison, and I came out with a hot sauce that I made in there, and it's called the prison hot sauce. And I had a whole line of inmates buying this hot sauce in front of my cell every day. So I was like, you know what? I got something going on. I came out. I basically turned my whole life around, and I got it all licensed. Got it all. Got a LLC and everything. And I'm just teaching the kids, not even just the kids, but the grown folks as well, that there's life and light at the end of the tunnel.
For sure,
You
for
know, I
sure.
like that, man. I like the fact that you're turning that around into a place where not only you showing the kids and the adults and everything about how they can do some things to move their life forward. But let me ask you about where you're from. Talk a little bit about how where you raised and your background a little bit. Before you was incarcerated.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I was born in Great Lakes, Illinois. So my dad was in the Navy. I don't really know too much about Great Lakes, Illinois. I was just born there, but I was raised here in Southeast San Diego, over here, Paradise Hills area. And I'm Filipino. We had a big family. I'm the youngest of five, so I grew up eating good food, good food.
Was there always a sense of spiciness in your life? Was it in Filipino food? I don't know if there's a lot of spicy stuff. Maybe you can educate us on that part.
No, you know what? There was not too much spicy stuff in Filipino food. I just when I went in when I was incarcerated, I learned I wanted my stuff spicy, so I started making my own sauce up in there.
All right.
That's one of the things I've heard before. Is that people go into prison and then there's all kinds of talent in there. And so, what did some of your other inmates or friends or that thought about your hot sauce when you broke it out and say, "Man, this is the best hot sauce ever"? They looked at you and say, "Man, come on," until they taste it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I had people buying peanut butter jars of it, I already knew I had something going on. You know what I mean? They're coming every day, buying my stuff. So I was like, you know what? I got something going on, and I just came out and ran with it. You know what I mean? Put it in action, put it in play. Uh,
That's one of those things that a lot of people don't understand about entrepreneurship. You have to have the spirit for your business to succeed, and you have to believe in who you have to believe in yourself. So when
yeah.
you were doing it, and everybody was liking your sauce and buying the peanut butter jars, what went through your mind about when I get out, man, this is going to be something I do? Or did you just was thinking this was going to be within the place that you were at?
No, so I came out with the mentality of, like, I'm a go-getter. So just like just like me when I was selling drugs, I was out there in the streets going and get it. No matter what time it was, I was out there waited. Either I was waiting for it for a couple hours, or I was waiting for the almost half the day. I'm just gonna put that mindset into something positive, just like this hot sauce. Instead of me dropping off sacks, I'm dropping off hot sauce now. Doing it, I'm doing it the legit way now. You know what I mean? Because you got inmates over there. Man, while they were working on their escape plan, I was working on my chef Gordy Ramsay on. You know what I mean? Put in my books, put it on paper, making sure I was gonna
Mm.
get the right ingredients and everything. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Right,
man.
right.
I
Yeah.
think that's awesome,
Man.
man. I think that's awesome. We'll pass it over to Razak, man, and let him answer some questions. But go get it, brother. Go get it.
Okay, so all right, so since this is a sauce that originated while you was incarcerated,
Hmm.
could you share a particular moment that you considered the turning point in your life? I mean, okay, so And I'm asking this as far as not as far as the lines, people saying, hey, you're making some good sauces better than what's on the commissary, but what made you come up with the idea to actually pursue a business once you got out with this? Because a lot of people, they waste their time, they have ideas that they never even follow through with, but you followed. Like, what was that point where you was like, I'm serious about this, I'm determined to make this come true?
You know what though? For real though, I had another business before this. It's called SD Oyster Boys. So me, I grew up eating oysters, right? And then I was with my homie in front of my house, and I was like, hey, let's put some of these oysters online on Instagram and see how many people want to buy it. And then next, I put it on my Instagram, and then these people were like, I was getting like direct messages on there. Hey, let me buy a dozen, and then other people, let me buy 2 dozen. I had like two different kind of style of oysters. I had one that had a vinegar one, and I got one that had like a cheese on top. So that was my first business that I didn't even tell you guys about. And then later on, I was like, you know what? I remember I was coming out. I was like, man, I got this hot sauce too that everybody was buying. I'm gonna put that in motion, make sure to put that in play. And I just like got with my cousin. I was like, you know what? I need to do this business, get this LLC, get it all licensed, FDA approved, and everything. And it basically just it turned into something big. I'm in 7 stores right now.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I heard that. So it's because that you already had some kind of history with a business, and they would choose
Yeah.
to recreate something new years
hmm
later.
Yeah, because Boscos was supposed to be a clothing brand at first. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I didn't know how to make hot sauce until I went in it when I was incarcerated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everybody like in the chow hall basically was bringing their own hot sauce, and then I was like, what, I'm gonna have to bring my own hot sauce and try to let everybody else try it, and then word got around, and everybody liked it. You know what I mean? So I basically turned a negative to a positive. I started reading books about making different kind of ingredients together, and it just made one of this chili garlic oil sauce that I made, and I was using a microwave to make it too as well.
So let me ask you, when it comes to like a defining moment,
hmm
uh, what were the challenges or setbacks of creating your sauce? Because I'm pretty sure you don't have all the ingredients that you've had while incarcerated or on the commissary,
hmm
as you have as you have now free on the street. So is what was the what was the impact when you had more things to put in there, or did you try to pursue the same ingredients that were
So
on the
yeah,
commissary?
yeah. So the prison hot sauce is basically the same ingredients that I used in there. Now instead of using a microwave, I'm basically using a big old stove and a big old pot, and I'm making big batches of it. But everything is something that you either get from the commissary or from the kitchen.
The commissary of the
Yeah.
kitchen. Okay. I'll say, okay, so while you was incarcerated, what was the one of the most challenging situations you've had to face, and how did you navigate through it when it came to keeping your mind focused on creating a business and how should I say, maturing the ideal and the ingredients as you was making them or creating them while incarcerated?
Man, you know what really helped me throughout my incarceration was my family support system. For them sending me letters, my nieces and nephew, you know, showing me a lot of love in there. It really, really, really hit deep because it wanted me to change and not become the same person that I went in there and become more of a, you could say, a role model to those out there. And I just didn't want to let them down, not even just let them down, but not let myself down because I have to also think about myself as well.
Right, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, having a family support is always big. Getting through
Awesome,
a
awesome
lot of
part.
time, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure of that. Or do you have any activities or hobbies now that you still kind of continue doing that you have maintained since getting out?
Yeah, yeah. So, inside I was playing. I'm a basketball player, so I love basketball. Everybody was calling me AI, as in like the Asian Iverson over there. I was breaking ankles up in there, but also I'm still programming like I never left. Still got that mentality. Yes, I still have that mentality. You know what I mean? Program, which I work out every day. I bought a nice little gym, bought all the dumbbells. I work out every day, play basketball twice a week, and that's what keeps. That's what helps me balance. That's my healthy, balanced lifestyle that I like to do to keep me happy.
Okay. Well, would you say, as far as those activities, how do you, would you say those are things to balance your work life with your personal interests and passions?
Yes, yes, yes. Because I do still have a 9 to 5 as well. You know what I mean? And this right here is basically my side job that I do after I go to work. You know what I mean? So shoot, I'm working 2 jobs right now, and the struggle is real. Is it because you see all because I'm in stores and all that stuff? Nah, the struggle is real out there. You know what I mean? I'm working 24/7, nonstop, and I still have a balance. Play basketball and work out. I gotta add that in. I gotta add that in.
Right. Right. Got to stay healthy. Got to keep your health up.
Yep, health is
Um,
wealth.
well, okay. So, how have the challenges of incarceration, being incarcerated for so long, dealing with, I should say, a thousand obstacles that you could face in the prison environment. How have those challenges shaped your resilience and determination in pursuing your goals in your personal life?
Man, so my job that I'm at right now, basically, I got this job by working at a temp agency right when I was like in a halfway house, right? And I knew I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get a job, don't matter what it is, right? And then I knew this temp agency was gonna help me find a job that I liked, and I landed this little forklift operator position, and since then I've been there for like about 3.5 years, and I was going there on an ankle bracelet, and now actually I'm right now I'm an operation supervisor. You know what I mean? So I mean, shoot, if I could do it, I know you guys can do it as well. You know. I didn't get no handouts coming out. I didn't ask anybody. It was like, hey, can you help me for a job or nothing? Nah, I did it on my own. Cause I strive for it. It's about dedication. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's about being responsible, dependable, and just have that passion to go out there and get it.
Right. Those are very unique qualities that some people may think they have, but it actually takes a work in progress to have those and maintain them.
Yeah.
So and where would you say you got this? You got those that mindset from? Who are the individuals you look up to as role models, and how have they influenced your values or mindset?
Shoot, one of my role models is my brother-in-law. He's been in my life since I was little. He's been a good role model to me, doing the right things. They've been with my sister since high school, and I remember I showed him a letter that I wrote while I was incarcerated on who was my role model, and I showed him it, and then he was like, I don't know if he cried or anything, but he felt it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, throughout my whole life, I always thought of him as my role model.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a positive statement. I'm glad you said it was somebody
That's
who's
awesome.
a family member and not looking
yeah.
towards some superstar or some.
Nah, nah, he's my
Somebody who's
brother-in-law.
looking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows it. I don't know if I should put it on, but you know what? He worked in the prisons and all that stuff. So it's like for him to see me come through from where I came from when I was little to now, man, he's just so super excited and so stoked that I changed my whole life around. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man. That's blessed for real.
yeah.
So so far, has there been anybody that you had the opportunity to meet or connect with someone you admire, and what has the experience been like as far as creating your business, as far as either being out or even while you was incarcerated? And it does, and the word is admire, but I mean, it could just be somebody not you're not looking up to, not as a role model, but I mean, somebody else that you was maybe gain influence from, or gain direction from.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like people say if you hang out with nine broke dudes, you're gonna be the 10th. So I hang out with nine dudes that own something, or basically that got going something in their life. So all these people are basically like business owners. So I don't know if you can see the available now, but these are all people that I look up to that own businesses. You know what I mean? And they help me grow. They help. They love and support me, and they give me good advice as well.
Right. Right. So that we would be agreed in saying, that old saying is true. What I mean? Go like minds, business minds. If you have a business mind, and you okay, so I guess what we would say, like, you already had the hustler mind state. So
Yeah.
you knew what it was like to get somebody to buy your product, I should say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or how to approach somebody. It could be a total stranger, and have the confidence that you got a sale coming.
Yeah.
Versus saying, okay, now you got to have that same confidence in something that is, what I mean, your product that represents you as a person and as a businessman, especially with the I like to always bring up that the recidivism of people going back to jail, because they don't have people who, when they get out, they don't have nobody who's actually pushing them forward. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
always somebody, there's always that reminder, like, yeah, you was locked up, you're this, you're this, that, or you got the big homie thing where, what I mean, you get out, and they all they want to do is put you back out into the street,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
versus saying, hey man, you did your time. Now it's time for you to do you. How can we help you do you? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I commend you on that level.
You know what? One thing that I'm pushing too is that we need to stop proving ourselves. Let's improve ourselves. Let's
Mhm.
improve together. You know what I mean? Let's build each other up. You know what I mean? Let's stop proving yourselves. Just stop that, man. Let's improve.
Right, right. Keith.
Yeah, I think, listening to you, brother, there's a lot of things that you're saying from, that's important for us to all incorporate in our lives, because whether you're incarcerated or not, there's a basic principle that you're talking about, and that's believing in yourself and
Yeah.
believing that you can do something. And that is such an important part of building a better person, right? Because your faith, your believing that you can, is what people see. All
Hmm.
the other stuff is already known. Everybody can be bad, but this takes a
Yeah.
lot to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd like you
Yeah.
to take a moment right now, brother, and introduce or mention each one of those people that are on your help list as far as helping you to be a better man. And that's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
front of you on that available now. Take the time to do that. I think that's an important thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I want to thank Cujo Eats over here. They he has a restaurant over there in National City, a good spot to get Filipino food. He's one of the a good influencer as well. You know what I mean? He supports me as well. Dong as well over there in National City. It's an Asian market. Go there, grab some Asian food or like condiments. You can grab my hot sauce there as well. You got the PB Poke House. My family owns that. You got the best poke in Pacific Beach, I think. And then you got Hello Hello Cafe. They come and support me. I want to thank them as well. Michael Center over there in La Mesa. It's not in El Cajon. It's in La Mesa. Also want to thank Dame Mas, the big oos over there. You can get your hair done and get your coffee and the hot sauce over there. And you know what? They're basic family to me now. So, and then what else? The farmers market over there in Otay Ranch over there that's supporting me as well. And also, I'm gonna add another one. It's gonna be the Bonita Fiesta Market over there in Bonita as well.
Expansion. You're doing it.
You know,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. That you know that you have that that list of people that's on there that's supporting you and wanting you to succeed. But one thing that I want you to know is KF&JF podcast supports you too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna add you on the list right here.
No,
See
no,
this
no,
list right here?
no.
Hey, see this list right here? See this little spot? I think the spot's on this side. See this spot? That's your spot right there.
No
You know what I
worries, man.
mean?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
worries.
I gotta pay homage. I gotta pay homage to the first podcast, of course.
man,
Yeah, I was just
yeah,
Got
trying to let you know that regardless of that, we support you as a entrepreneur, the spirit that you have that's out there, because that's what we want to do for everybody that come on the show. And we thank you for that opportunity as well. So I really do appreciate that. One thing I like to ask you is, you know, getting out. When you got out, when you know how when you probably went through those doors and left all that behind you, you got your new clothes on and you stepped out. What was that moment like?
man, you know what? I was so like shocked. I was happy. I was excited, especially seeing my nieces and nephews, and then seeing my mom and my dad, my sisters and my brothers. So right there, seeing my mom and dad looking right when I got out, they're so fragile when I got out. You know what I mean? And then all my nieces that were still babies when I went in, I came out, and now they're all almost half my size or a little bit almost taller than me. And just seeing them, it really touched me so much that 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 was like the moment where my life changed.
I appreciate you, sharing that, man. As I would like to ask you as well, um, you know, what would you say to them? That's something that you um, kind of thought of that you would want if you could tell the world per se about that support that you have. What would you say to that your mom, your dad, your family because of everything that you've thought and brought to the table, what you got now?
You know what? I always just tell my family that I love them so much with all my heart. You know what I mean? And I'll do anything for them. And I am going to be the better version of myself, and just strive for the best.
Yeah,
strive
that's
for the
great, man.
best.
That's great,
Yeah.
and that's what we all hope to do. And I really do thank you for that. Allowing us to hear that from you. I really appreciate it. So I like to ask you this, which is something that I think a person in your position can help, and that's what our youth. You mentioned it a little earlier about the youth and whatnot. What do you say to them? Because this, you know what, man, there's a lot of talent in prison. There's a lot of talent being wasted on the couch or people just tapping in their phone. How do you, or what do you think you can say to get them to use that talent to be a business owner, to be someone that can build that entrepreneur spirit as well, like you?
Follow your dreams, and put it into action, put it into play. Go out there with a goal. Have a goal. That's the main thing. A short term and a long term goal. Go out there, get hustle out there. Go get it. Just like how you whatever you like to do, whatever hobby you like to do, whatever you have anything passionate about, go get it. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
That is
You put
that is
putting
the story.
time into the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we had somebody on a while back, and I think I posted an Instagram, and I think it was Razak that mentioned it about um, he has a business and he got his kids working for him, he's got everybody working for him, and Razak said, "You working for everybody else? Why don't you work for Pop?" And so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those things that is at the heart of trying to create generational wealth. As far
Hmm.
as bringing the family in and keeping things moving. Like you said, your family has a restaurant. So talk a little bit about that and give them some praise as well. Or do you work there? Do you go there? Or is it something that's still going on?
Oh, so like when I first got out, that was my first job over there. My brother brought me in over there at PB Poke House, and I was learning how to cut fish. I was basically washing dishes. I was making bowls, and they're teaching me the ways of running a shop, coming in early, prepping before they open up. So you know what, I want to just give pay homage to them as well for molding me to become basically my own brand, my own business. You know what I mean? So I want to thank that. Hey, that was the first PB Poke House is the first shop that I worked at that taught me like the game of having my own business, having like one day I want to have my own shop just like them as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that I love that, man. I love the fact that you just said something that that's important. That you were in there washing the dishes, learning how to make a bowl. You were doing
Yeah.
grunt work, for your family, but you
Yeah.
were gaining so much knowledge. And so I like to ask you about that because right now you're a business owner. Right now you're the boss. Right
Hmm.
now you're that person. Talk a little bit about what it's like being a business guy. What are some of the things that you had to go through that you didn't know before since you got the LLC? You had
Hmm.
to go through some, paperwork and some of these other things that most business owners are trying to get to. They just got sole proprietorship. So talk about
Hmm.
some of those experience and some of the some of the things you learned that was like, oh wow, you took back like you didn't know.
Yeah, so you got to get your food handlers, your food management certificate. You got to get your LLC most definitely if you want to start your business. And the struggle for having to be in a business is that you're walking in there thinking if you thinking you're just walking in the shop like not like no weight on your shoulder, then no, that's wrong. You go in there with you're carrying boxes. The boxes are falling off of your hands. The struggle of being a business owner in the beginning is real. I tell you that.
I
It's
heard
not
that.
fine and dandy like people think it is. You know what I mean? Nah.
And so you
It,
find that some of the stuff that you did to establish your business, was that hard? I mean, financially, was it some other things about establishing that business? Did you have help, or did you have people around you that kind of made sure you didn't fall into some of these pitfalls?
no, so basically my 9 to 5 right now is basically paying for my business. I'm using mostly all my money on my 9 to 5 into my business. So that's where
Right.
it's going right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Isn't
what,
that the story? Go ahead, Razak.
no, I was gonna say, well, okay, so like when you, I think it was like asking like when you was putting all that stuff together, what would be the mindset that you had to approach in getting all that stuff done? Like what would be your focus? What would be your daily, you know, habits or something that you would have to have gone through to make that work for you, make the business work, the setbacks, if you was on parole or not, getting out. You mentioned a bracelet, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was on basically house arrest when I first got out. I had the ankle bracelet. I was testing every day. I had to check in, not testing every day. I was testing every week, checking in every week, and then it turned into every month. But and then I was just going through the motion of staying clean. Um, Bettering myself. And then next you know, I was in basically now instead of testing every month, I was testing every 3 months. And then they saw I had a job. Had a stable job, and I was staying out the way. No, no, no police contacts. Just out here bettering myself and learning how to be a businessman and learning how to be responsible, dependable at work, and just taking all these challenges that I never new in there and just taking all the challenges out here, especially at work right now, learning all kinds of stuff on a computer. You know what I mean? And I'm not even that good on a computer, but now I'm learning all these all these things that's challenging for me. And shoot, man, the sky's the limit. The sky's the
Okay.
limit.
Okay. Let's look at your challenges and opportunities right now. Okay. So
Okay.
where you're in the mindset. I'm free. I'm happy. I got this sauce. You know, what would you say were some of the main challenges facing and this is your product development? Okay, your measurements or getting your I don't know what your jars or something. You know what I mean? Getting all these things done.
Hmm.
And how was the business? How did you navigate through all this? Now I know you had some family members that were already doing business. You had some support, but
Hmm.
how did you yourself? I guess what I'm asking is how did you yourself keep motivated? You know what how was your get up and go get this? I got to go get this done. How was that mindset? How was your how did you come up with the ability? Because a lot of people get out or you know what I mean they have the opportunities to do these different things and they fall off somewhere down the line. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But you stayed with it. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of asking. I'm trying to get a feedback on the people who are listening, and we don't ever ask any of the people who we interview, if they were if they've been in jail or not. You know, I mean, it says prison hot
Yeah.
sauce, so we know
Yeah.
your thing. But how does it the mind state of the restrictions of parole, the stereotype of you're a inmate or you're a convict or something like that. How did that affect your ability to get your product out there?
For me, I mean, I just was just being myself. You know what I mean? If they didn't like it, they didn't have to take it. All good money ain't good. Hey, what is it? What they say? All good money ain't good money. So
Right.
for me, it's
All good,
like this.
yeah, good money. That's good, brother.
Yeah. So I go to all these spots, and you know what I mean. I build relationships. So for my company, it's about relationship, having them be like a family to us, and going there, communication is the key. You just got to go up in there, put your foot in the door, and just let them know who you are, who you're about, and just stay positive and stay strong. That's that, and just stay strong.
Right. Right. I hear that. I hear
Yeah,
that. Yeah, you definitely stay strong with it. You
yeah.
know what I mean? What would you say how should I put this? Would you say that your sauce is a cultural ingredients or inspired? I mean, is it like I know you said you're Filipino, but is it like is it
Yeah.
like a Filipino
Nah,
ingredients or something like that you're
nah,
uh,
it's more of a prison. So the prison hot sauce is what we only had in there, right? And
yeah.
it's something authentic that you can only get in prison. You know what I mean? So you don't got to go to prison to try this sauce. And but it's all the things that I could get in there, and I mean, I made it work. And there's something that I do to it that that I don't think if I don't think people do it out here like that. But I think that what makes my sauce unique is that how I make this sauce. And then it came out with the Baja Cali. It's more of the Baja Cali, Mexico side. It's a matcha, and then the strawberry jam is just something that I had also that I made in prison, using the jam in there, and then I was just creating my own chili in there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make something out here with some fresh strawberries, my own batch of fresh strawberries that I buy out the store. And I wash them, I cut them, I blend them. So this is real strawberry that I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I hear you. I hear you
yeah,
putting in the
yeah,
work,
yeah.
man. Uh, so as far as like coming from, I guess you was doing well. You had your own business. You got into the game, the street game, and then you took a fall. You did your time. You got out. You started a new business and
Hmm.
become successful in that. Is there a bucket list, so to speak, of things that you would want to do or achieving in the list that you might have made while you was incarcerated, or even just now being out?
Man, so there's like a couple things I want to do as well. I got this soda fried rice that I used to always make up in there, and you know what I mean. It's I make the rice out of with soda. It's called soda fried rice, and it's fire. It's like one of the dishes I'm gonna probably introduce in my booth one day and let people know that I got that soda fried rice. I mean, I think it's gonna be a hit because when people like soda fried rice, but it's fire, especially with this, especially with this jam on it. That's the main ingredient that goes on that bowl. So I'm gonna come out with some
That's
dishes.
crazy,
I think
man.
I'm gonna come out with some more sauces as well. You
Uh,
know, yeah.
I can see the soda fried rice because I already in my mind when you said it. I know exactly what you're thinking about, but at least I hope I know. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
great, man.
yeah. Soda fried
That
rice,
sounds great. That
Man.
sounds
man.
great, man. Go ahead,
All right,
Razak.
let me ask you this real quick, and I'm gonna pass it back to Keith. Um, could you? I mean, okay. So we know you was you incarcerated, went to federal prison, but can you reflect on a mistake, a challenge, or biggest failure that taught you something valuable about yourself?
Shoot, man. The biggest mistake is when they sent when my basically my rock bottom was when I went to prison. Basically, that really hit the soul right there because I was gone for a while, and that really hit rock bottom. Getting sentenced, seeing my family. When they said 120 months, I was like, man, that don't sound that long. But when you do the math, that's 10 years, and I was just looking at I looked back and saw my family crying. I'm like, why are they crying? 120 months don't even sound long, but when I did the math, I was like 10 years, dang. So that was one of the challenges, not seeing my family, not being there, um, and just getting incarcerated. That was it.
And okay, so I know it takes a certain kind of mindset, mindset and healthiness to survive the dangers of being behind bars. What was the? I guess I was asking. The what did you find out that you're able to do? Even being behind bars. You know what I mean? Because uh, some people go
Oh, I
behind
get.
there, they don't
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
back out. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Or they get more time. You know what I mean? Or I guess what did you learn about yourself as you sat there and had to go day to day, and then finding out like, hey, I still got a couple more years going. And what did you find out about yourself? What
For
value? Mhm.
myself, I found out I was strong because there's drugs in there as well. It's easy to get in there as well, and I stayed away from there. I was clean. I didn't do no drugs in there. I, s- I surrounded myself with people, with positive people that wanted to change, and I was always out there in the weight pile, either going to school too as well, playing basketball. People are like minded as myself. That's who I stayed around with, and that helped me. That showed love and support. That wanted to see each other build and be strong and do something in our lives when we get out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, I'm not too sure if he was if Keith asked you this. I think he asked you something similar, but um how do you see your business going, or your goal, your future goals, as far as like a like a like a legacy wise? You know what I mean? Is this something that you're expanding to? We know you got your products in the store, but
Hmm.
are you trying to have a storefront? Or is this something that going to try to market, like mass produce or something? Is this something that you're getting more family members into it? Like the longevity of it as far as the legacy.
The Bosco's hot sauce is going to be a household name. It's going to be in every household. It's going to be in your refrigerator. It's going to be in your kitchen counter. It's going to be in your kitchen cupboard. In those drawers. It's going to be one of the biggest hot sauce household names in the world that I see.
I hear you. I think it
Just
is.
like Tabasco sauce, it's gonna be the Bosco sauce. You know what
I
I
just
mean?
want you guys to know you heard it here first.
Yes,
That's
you
right.
heard it here first. Yes, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it here first. Yep. Thank you. Hey, appreciate that. Hey, appreciate the love and support. You know what I mean?
Man, that's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna get ready. I got another question or so. Let me see. Okay, so
I have a couple more.
last just a few more things I would have to ask. What was there any kind of specific train? I know you said you had to get different licenses to have your product specialized, but is there any specific training that you went through besides having a business already? Did you have to read some books? Did you have to look at some videos? How did you come up with the right ingredients and the right amount of ingredients, and how did you put all that together? Is there any background, or is you we just
Yeah,
pure?
well, you know what? With like each sauces, you got to send like ingredients on how much each sauce you put in your ingredients to get it all tested and send it to the lab. So they're really defined on how many percentage of ingredients is in each jar,
Mhm.
and you know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah,
So you're kind of like a lab technician type of scientist with that hot sauce, huh?
yeah. You just got to break it down. You know what I mean? Break down each ingredients.
Without giving no secrets away,
No, without no, yeah, yeah. Just break it
Okay,
down.
all right.
Yeah,
One last thing. See,
yeah.
how important is networking in your business? How important was that? A lot of people that we have talked to, they're not at your level yet. They don't have their products in stores anywhere. They're still kind of going to pop ups and stuff, and you are already in some quite a few stores already. So
Mhm.
how would um, what am I asking? What is your strategy? What is your, without giving out your secrets or nothing? What was your? I know you said be yourself and be upfront and all that stuff, but is there more to it than that? I mean, you
Well, the thing is out there is that chili oil right now. I mean, the chili oils out there right now. I don't even think they're using extra virgin olive oil. That's the main difference between our chili oil and theirs. Ours is healthy, and the thing that's different too is that the story behind it as well. The
Mhm.
prison hot sauce is basically you can never. It's authentic.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And a lot of people won't willingly admit that they have people have been incarcerated or be in jail, but you coming out with something that is a part of the name
Hmm.
may be some of the support too that they give, because
Yeah.
they know how it is and they know how important it is for the stereotypes of people not being useful after they're coming out. You know what I mean? That they're all
Hmm.
just basically they're going to go back at some point in time, but you proving that there is success after a long term prison sentence.
Yeah.
Keith,
Yeah, thanks,
thank
man. I really appreciate it. It
you.
was good conversation. A lot of good information that you were providing, man. I think that one of the things I want to say is that we was asking you about prison and some of the different things that how you got this mindset and what else, and the people that were in there. You were talking about who you were hanging around. I think one of the big things is that it wasn't you. Even though you may have done whatever it was, prison
Hmm.
is not for you. So
Nah.
that's how you determine what your plan on what you're going to do when you get out, because
Yeah.
you're not staying. Once you
Yeah.
determine that you're
Yeah.
not staying, because some
Yeah.
people go in and they want to stay, so they get into all of the different other
Yeah.
programs that somebody else is running,
Yeah.
and it's just designed to keep you in. So I think
Yeah.
that was a big thing, and I hope that was a part of your process once you determined that you wanted to go home. The other thing
Yeah.
I want to mention, you want to go ahead and say something about that as well?
No, yeah, you're right about that. I'm piggyback off that. Yeah, I didn't want to stay there. I don't want to be around a group of dudes. You know what I mean? 24/7. But yeah, that's one thing. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't plan on staying forever. I knew I had a date, and I was gonna change my life when I got out.
You know that's something I meant to ask too. Is on that stuff too. What are the conditions that you had to overcome and to keep your mind on on making your sauce and keeping your sauce going? Because I know they have riots, they have lockdowns, they have all these different things, stabbings, all you know, all these different gang wars and stuff. You know, as you mentioned, there's drugs in there. You know, there's we have countless examples through the years of even the COs. You know, I mean, bringing in contraband and doing all these different things. You know, how did any of that? How did you ignore that? I'm not going to say it affected you because you obviously got out with your mindset going together, but
Hmm.
how was those obstacles in dealing with them and then staying focused?
I just had to let the past be the past, let it go, and just put it to the side, because whatever evolves in prison, it doesn't evolve out here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good people out here, and there's a lot of good people in there as well. But everybody's mindset out here that they're free. They got families out, and they want to work. Take care of the kids. That's just the main difference. And I was incarcerated, we were getting free meals. We had a place to stay. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I really give it up to all those fathers out there, or the moms taking care of the kids outside of prison.
I think
So what?
that's powerful. That's powerful that you give
You
praise and
know?
thanks to those people that incarcerated in there, right? They
Yeah,
in there, these dudes got all these kids out here, but they
yeah,
not raising that woman that's
yeah,
out there
yeah.
every day dealing with all of the stuff, getting your package, whatever
Hmm.
it is. I just wanted to say that, Razak. You can finish with your mind, with your thought process was.
No, that was pretty spot on. You know, what I mean, it's just a lot of people probably get in there and it becomes like a hopelessness. You know, what I mean, they kind of give up on the freedoms of the world that they just left, and they just take up the mindset that, hey, I'm not going to get out. You know what I mean, I might as well just just give in to all the dangers. You know what I mean, I want to become extra out, as they say. You know what I mean, you want to
Hmm.
get involved in all the politics and do all this stuff. You want to and then think, and I just be thinking, like, when people go to the commissary or something like that, or when they get their packages, you're calling home to your families for that. And
Yeah,
then your,
yeah,
your
yeah.
families out there, they're working hard to give you the money
Hey,
that you need to go do
exactly.
that. And all you're
Yeah.
thinking about is, I want to impress this guy over here by acting so extra out, or you want to beat up on somebody who's not as strong minded as you are, or not with the homie backup system, you know what I mean, or you're
Hmm.
bigger than them, and you have a lot of altercations that happen based on that because of the way the system is designed,
Yeah.
but still being focused on family still. And then
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think even a lot of people who do have support, they still kind of, like, astray from the main focus, or the, what I mean, the of getting out and maintaining. They see that as a support to, just mess up more.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
invest more in the drugs, or, what I mean, or in the contraband, whatever they call it.
yeah,
So he was
Well, you're
doing
a new
good.
man now. You're a new man. You're
yeah,
a new man with a new life and a new business and you're a new person. So you're right.
yeah.
That is the past. From the hot pot to the microwave to the peanut butter jar. You
To the trash bags, to the trash bag, to the hot water,
in the hot water and
to the
Man.
all that.
vending machines.
That's in the past, man.
For
You got a
real, man.
Man.
new.
Throwing your laundry with everybody else's laundry.
Oh my
Man.
God! You're not getting no clean shirt like you got right now.
Nah, no, no.
You got it. You have something that a lot of people don't have, and that's the entrepreneurial spirit to do something for yourself to better
Yes.
yourself. And in doing that, you are proving why you know need to have that chance and opportunity. Because you're constantly out there working hard for it, and that shows your nieces, your nephew, your mom, your dad, your brother-in-law, your sister. All these people are seeing the guy, the man that they knew all this time. Because
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
You know, you got that peanut butter, not peanut butter. You know that you you got that prison jar shining with labels on it and everything, and you
Right,
got
right.
behind you supporting you and everything, man. Come on now, this is
Yeah,
it. This is real
yeah,
talk. So, I'm gonna give you an opportunity after this last question. So, with all of that said,
yeah.
what's your life lesson, man?
My life lesson is that, I mean, there is life and light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what the trials and tribulation there is light and life at the end of the tunnel. Believe in that.
Hmm.
That's beautiful, man, because there is life at the end of the tunnel, and I like you to also take this time right here, man, and just really push your product, push
All right.
your business. I'm gonna put you on this screen. Give it all about you. Don't be
Yeah.
shy. It's about you.
All right. So come on, I got this the Bosscoast hot sauce, the chili oil right here. The prison hot sauce. It's a chili garlic oil made with extra virgin olive oil, all right? It's good on anything and everything. You can put it on anything you're cooking, whatever you're eating for dinner, whatever you eat for breakfast, whatever you eat for lunch. You just put it on, sprinkle it on there. It'll turn your 35-cent noodle soup into a $20 meal. And this the Baja Cali matcha has cranberry, mango, and different kind of nuts in it, and it has different kind of chilies, and it's good on like on breakfast, Mexican food, and the spicy Bosch jam, strawberry jam that has a little kick to it as well. Good on charcuterie. Some people have been putting it on their burgers or fried chicken, putting it on their meats over rice. Man, it's so fire. Bosscoast.com. Come check me out.
All right.
Wow, man. Everybody, if you ain't ready for that hot sauce, I know I am. I'm gonna have to take some just on my regular, like just put that jam on some bread, man, because
Oh
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. You put it on
by
some bread.
itself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. I want to ask you one last question, but then what did you think about the podcast? What was your feeling? Tell me a little bit about what your process was when we asked you to come on the podcast and what you take away from it.
I loved it. I love the positivity on here. I love how we're teaching the world how to grow, how to overcome obstacles through me and through you guys as well. I just want to say thank you for the love and support, and I appreciate everything.
Okay. Appreciate you as well.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you too because the whole goal of this podcast is to try to uplift small business and tell that story. It's not a 15-minute video. It's about your story and talking about your business and the things that you've been through to get on the path to success that you're working on right now. We thank you for that. And man, also we're proud of you. We totally are proud of you for coming out, being successful, doing the things, keeping your mind straight, staying away from all the negativity and bringing in. I like the idea of when you say you hanging around people that are positive, people that own businesses, people that are out there doing other things. I think that's awesome. I think that's
Thank you, man.
really what makes a good businessman successful is the people who are around him. So
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
thank you here, man. KF&JF podcast, and if there's anything else you would like to say that maybe we didn't ask
Yeah,
you or
yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah. For those
go
to the
ahead.
whole world, yeah, to the whole world out there. If you guys want to come and meet me personally, give me a handshake or a hug. I give hugs. Come see me at Otay Ranch Mall every Tuesday from 4 to 8. If you guys can't go to Otay Ranch Mall, you can see me at another farmers market in Bonita. It's from 4 to 8 as well. It's over there at the Bonita Golf Course. Stop by, say hi, take a picture with me. You know what I mean? Let me meet you personally.
Will do. Will
Hey,
do.
low key, man.
You
Low
know.
key. You know, this is great. Razak can cut this out if he wants to, but I'm gonna hope we leave it in. First
Hit
of
the
all,
likes. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe button, do everything. You know what I
Bonita,
mean?
Bonita Golf Course, I know exactly where that is. Bonita
Yeah,
Golf
right
Course,
there, right there.
Paradise Hills. That's my old
Yeah.
stump in the ground by the wreck. Lived in an apartment. I used to stay on Cali Coon right over there. So
Uh,
all
Yeah.
that whole, before they even built the mall, I used to
mm-hmm.
walk. the bridge over there. The mall wasn't even built.
They used to call it the Devil's Bridge. Or the,
Yeah,
yeah, or it used to be called something like that.
yeah. We used to go leave that bridge underneath of there for the water was, come through
Yeah,
there. It'd
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot of messages underneath of there, man. I don't know why. That used to be the place, man. I went to Lawrence. I know that whole neighborhood, man, and it's just nice to know that you're doing business over there because the other part about that area over there, people over there are working class people that are
Yeah.
living in Bonita, living in Paradise Hills. A lot of that whole area over there, a lot of communities over there. It's nice, man, to be able to have your product out there and to be able to be out there doing that, marketing. So, is it any other pop-up places that you go to or that you have or
You
you
know what we do? I do events as well, not just the farmers markets. It's probably like every like twice a month. It's called SD Collective and Rex One. They sometimes have like events, pop-ups like twice a month. Sometimes car shows, and they just be right now it's in National City where Chengdong is. It's in the parking lot. They have it there. They have it at all kinds of different spots. It depends. Depends. You just got to stay looking at my Instagram. Remember, it's Bosscoast LLC. Stay tuned for that. Just be on the lookout on all of my posts. And we're at just different pop ups as well.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad that you were able to get that information out because that's important for a lot of listeners out there to be able to find you. And we're definitely planning on checking you out when you get to some place where we can go to and try that sauce. And I don't know, Razak, I don't know, man. What you gonna bring? Chicken? I might just bring just the bread, the chicken and the bread with the sauce, man. Oh, do we gotta bring a soup?
Chicken,
It's good on a soup,
chicken
man.
and some mango juice, little mango things. Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
can I
bring
give a shout out to Team Only Stronger as well? They're like an organization that helps little kids that's been like molested, been like hurt when they're little. They're like traumatized, and it's like a voice that we spread around the community for the kids. It's called Team Only Stronger.
Team only stronger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other information like emails or any phone numbers or anybody else that you like to be able to get a shout out to? Because I think it's important because you represented.
Um, Yeah, just want to give a shout out again to Cujo Eats, Changdong, Micro Center, the Farmers Market in East Lake, PB Poke House, Hollow Hollow, Dame Moss. I want to give all of them a shout out as well.